Hi everyone, and welcome to part 4 of this mini-series that explains every Chuck E. Cheese animatronic character. Not much else to say for the intro, so let's get started. Back in the early days of Pizza Time Theater, there were actually 2 main dining sections. One section had the main animatronic show featuring the Pizza Time players, and the other had a solo, partially full-body animatronic character that would perform their own show. 3 characters were made, and let's dive into them now. Dolli Dimples. Dolli Dimples is perhaps one of the most well-known retired characters. She was first seen at the second Pizza Time Theater on Cruiser Road in San Jose. Since that store was roughly 4 times larger than the first location, they had to develop new ideas to fill the space. One of them was creating a separate room titled the Piano Bar Lounge, which later became known as the Cabaret. Dolli's performances were unique because her show was meant more for adults. The performances had a sexy edge to them, and an added animatronic system allowed her breasts to move up and down. She often hit on the guys in the crowd, reminisce of her former husbands, along with delivering some not-so-subtle flirty innuendos. Because of all this suggestive nature, a sign was designed by Gene Landrum, the original president of Pizza Time Theater, that read, "Especially for Mom and Dad," that would be posted outside the entrance to the cabaret. But realizing that there was no way to actually keep the kids out, the sign was never posted. Dolli actually has 2 designs, seen here. Dolli was given 2 show tapes. One at her debut in 1977.
The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The prairie sky is wide and high, deep in the heart of Texas.
And another one in late 1982.
The morning fever all through the night.
Hey.
I gotta go now, honey. The doctor's waiting for me to see if he...
Dolli made a lasting impression, being featured on several merchandise. I think with all the adult stuff removed, the company could find a way to make her work today. She's got potential. Artie Antlers. Artie Antlers sang with a deep, soulful voice, and his music was referred to as boogie woogie, swing, and early rock and roll. He often referred to them as moosicle. Artie was used in the early 1980s as a replacement for Dolli Dimples. He was voiced by jazz artist Jim Cunningham, with the piano player being a man who played for the Pointer Sisters. Artie was dressed in a flashy blue tuxedo and had movements identical to Dolli except for the breast movement. Shortly after his introduction, Artie required remodeling of his antlers, since they were originally made of wood and broke easily. The antlers were later replaced with styrofoam ones that were more durable. During the early 1980s, Artie was widely used on merchandise, one being the Chuck E. Cheese cube. When he was retired, aspects of him were used for new retrofits. Unfortunately, no video footage of Artie exists, and only one show tape was made. A second one was planned, but the title of the second show tape was later given to Dolli Dimples instead.
This moose is ready and loose. Here we go. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a moose insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill.
BB Bubbles. BB Bubbles was a pink circus elephant who had springs for hair and sang in a very high-pitched voice. She was also prone to laughing and giggling, which made her either really cute or really annoying. Definitely the latter for me.
To old Virginie, there's where the cotton and the corn and taters grow. There's where the birds warble sweet in the springtime. There's where...
Prior to performing in the cabaret, BB Bubbles toured with a traveling circus company. She sang a variety of saucy, sultry songs, some of which were about California. BB Bubbles was a retrofit of the existing cabaret characters, but had one unique aspect. Not only was she able to move her eyes, mouth, and hands, but she was also able to move her trunk. This function was actually reconfigured from Dolly's breast movement. Despite being relatively short-lived, BB Bubbles was featured on some merchandise, including a circus-themed poster and a scented candle. One last important note, she did not play a piano, she played a calliope. There is a difference. That's it for part 4. Part 5, the final part, will explore the solo lounge acts and the other sideshow groups. It may take a while though. Thanks for watching, remember to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next video.